Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to celebrate cute stuff with Dragon Week. On the agenda today is another $100 budget list. This one is led by Bladewing, Deathless Tyrant. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Bladewing Deathless Tyrant is a 7-mana 6/6 legendary dragon skeleton with flying and haste. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, we create a 2/2 black zombie knight token with menace for each creature we have in our graveyard. In other words, we want lots of creatures in our graveyard. But 7 mana is a lot. If we focus on ramp, we could reliably cast him on turn 4 or 5, but we would have spent our turns ramping instead of putting creatures in our graveyard. If we go naturally and cast him on turn 8 or 9, the game may be over by then. So in this deck, the plan is to use our commander as a backup. He breaks parity if the game goes on for too long. We just build an army of zombies and kill everyone. But before the game gets to that point, we will fill the skies with an army of dragons. If those dragons die, no big deal. We'll just use them as fuel to make more zombie knights. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. The Return to Earth Boulder series is unique in that they are made of almost entirely renewable resources, rather than plastic. And lately, Ultimate Guard has been printing these not just in solid colors, but with artist prints, like this gorgeous piece by artist Mario Renal. Titled In Icy Bloom, it shows a somber scene of a snow-covered graveyard beneath a tree, its leaves turned red in the late autumn. Pick up yours today at a local game store or order it on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Musings by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, Haven of the Spirit Dragon, Dragon Skull Summit, Geothermal Bog, Smoldering Marsh, Tainted Peak, Shadowblood Ridge, Graven Cairns, Sulphurous Springs, Foreboding Ruins, Rakdos Cranarium, Bajuka Bog, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 7 Swamps, and 12 Mountains. Not too shabby for a budget deck. Our mana ramp consists of Ganax Astral Hunter, Decadent Dragon, Sarkhan Fireblood, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Indulgence, Rakdos Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond, Mind Stone, Dragon's Horde, Herald's Horn, Solemn Simulacrum, Wayfarer's Bauble, Thrawn Dynamo, Firemind Vessel, and Gilded Lotus. Dragons are expensive, so having a few mana rocks that tap for more than 1 mana is nice. For card advantage, we're running Junji, the Midnight Sky, Read the Bones, Victimize, Dread Summons, Dread Return, Buried Alive, Patriarch's Bidding, Haunting Voyage, Faithless Looting, Thrill of Possibility, Big Score, Unexpected Windfall, Cathartic Reunion, Magus of the Wheel, Seize the Spoils, Demand Answers, Siphon Mind, Hoarding Broodlord, Dragon Mage, and Backdraft Hellkite. Lots of ways to draw cards, fill our graveyard, or even reanimate our dragons as needed. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Dracuseth Maw of Flames, Obsidian Charmaw, Withering Torment, Feed the Swarm, Chaos Warp, Abrade, the Devil, Terminate, Hero's Downfall, Vandal Blast, and Rakdos Charm. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line. For board wipes, we've got Steel Hellkite, Magma Quake, Blasphemous Act, and Crux of Fate. Lots of ways to clear the board for our dragons. The core of our deck consists of Lathless Dragon Queen, Utvara Hellkite, Scourge of Valkus, Scourge of the Throne, Wrathful Red Dragon, Kolaghan Storm's Fury, Immersturm Predator, Skyline Despot, Dragonlord Kolaghan, and Brainstealer Dragon. Supporting our plan, we've also got Dragon Tempest. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources split between 36 lands and 17 pieces of rain. A little high, but dragons are expensive, so it's fine. 20 pieces of card advantage. Again, a little high, but this gives us lots of ways to fill our graveyard, and even bring our dragons back when we want to. 11 pieces of interaction. 4 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Immersturm Predator, Bojuka Bog, and Rakdos Charm. 2 Sudden I Win cards in Patriarch Spitting and Haunting Voyage. As I'm sure you noticed, most of our card advantage is centered around looting. We draw cards and discard cards. Sometimes we discard cards before we draw cards. This allows us to fill our graveyard. We can pitch dragons to dig for ramp, or we can pitch lands to find more dragons. Whatever we need to do, we are sifting through our deck very quickly. Eventually, we cast one of our mass reanimation spells and bring back an army of dragons from the dead. Or we just attack with Bladewing Deathless Tyrant and have an army of zombies ready to win the game the next turn. Now, we do have a couple of haste enablers in Dragon Tempest and Dragonlord Kolaghan. Speaking of Dragon Tempest, we also have Scourge of Valkus. If either of these two are on board when we bring all of our dragons back, we might just win the game on the spot and not even need to attack. As you can see, there are a lot of different play lines in this deck. If your opponents are running a lot of graveyard hate, just cast your dragons and smash face. If your opponents are preventing you from attacking, then just reanimate your dragons and win with Scourge of Valkus triggers. Either way, what fun! Do you have a Rakdos Dragons deck? Who's your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made, or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgi, Nazwin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksoup, Patrick, Travis, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Kiki Jiki, Gabriel, and Richard. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.